Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to the people that have supported and subscribed and liked these videos, or video, because this is only the second. I appreciate the support and I am really thankful and grateful that I have people that care enough to watch these, and I've gotten some amazing feedback from people who have felt like some of the messages in the last video really applied to them, so I really appreciate that. And I'm excited to continue to do more videos like this. So as I'm filming this, it is May 6th, and I'm hoping to actually upload this today too, but essentially I wanted to do like a full moon messages video because tomorrow is the full moon in Scorpio. So this is going to be a general reading. It's not going to be a pick a card or pick a group. I'm just going to be shuffling and figuring out some moon messages that we all can utilize, and also some astrology cards. These have zodiac signs as well as like houses and all of that different energy and stuff. So I think that those will be interesting to talk about today. Before I get started, I just wanted to let you guys know there was some feedback in the previous video in the pick a cards about timestamps. Those will always be in the comment section. This video, if you want to skip the intro, which you shouldn't because I have good information, won't have that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to firstly talk about the full moon in general. For those of you who aren't super aware, full moons typically occur in the middle of the moon cycle, and that is kind of when energies are at their highest. People feel heightened emotions. They also will have vivid dreams potentially. It can also cause tension and friction in relationships, so it just kind of depends on your energies. You'll be feeling heightened emotions, which can mean negative or positive. It just kind of depends on the vibes that you are putting out there. Some people, if you're into it, this is a really good time for manifestation and just kind of, especially tomorrow, because tomorrow is the actual full moon, just spending some time doing some manifestation, meditation or mindfulness, things like that. And then I just kind of also wanted to talk about like what exactly the full moon in Scorpio is, because this is the full moon in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. So anybody who's a Scorpio and also a Taurus, this is going to affect the most because those are the polar opposite signs that the moon is in. So the moon is in Scorpio and the exact opposite is Taurus. So those two signs are going to feel the biggest effects of this full moon, and specifically because it is in Scorpio, it really means that there's going to be a lot of psychic energy, a lot of mysterious energy, a lot of sexual energy too, so keep that in mind. And essentially this, if you're into it, the name of this supermoon is the flower supermoon, and that was originated because back when people were farming, this was a time when flowers would blossom. Obviously it's May, so that's pretty typical, but yeah, so that's the name of the full moon. So like I said before, Scorpio is the sign that this is in, and there will be a lot of sexual energy, but it could also mean that you're feeling more feisty than usual. So if you're having communication issues, I would think before you speak and or reread your texts before you send them, because it may not be a good idea to say some of the things that you might want to just based off of your first instinct. So yeah, overall there's going to be some interesting love vibes going on tomorrow. Again, it can be super positive and y'all might have really great sex tomorrow, or you could be getting feisty with your words and end up getting into a heated argument. So just be careful with that. I I trust that you guys will know the right thing to do. But I also wanted to pull some of these cards to see what other energies will be supporting us and something that we should focus on. In case y'all were wondering, before I get into that, the next full moon is June 5th, and that is going to be in the sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius people will be affected the most by that, and because the Sagittarians are pretty goal orientated, that will be a lot about setting goals and stuff. So if any of y'all are interested in next month's and potentially planning for that or manifesting things for that, then wanted to let you guys know. But I wanted to get into shuffling some cards, so I will be back in just a second. So I wanted to do a new angle because I wanted to shuffle these on camera and just let them fall, but I didn't want to have to hold the camera at the same time. So what are overall moon messages for the people watching this video? Overall full moon messages. We'll see how many cards come out, if there's a crap ton. Oh. Alright, let's see. So, we had 3 moon cards come out. So, new moon in Pisces, gibbous moon, and new moon in Leo. This is so interesting that this card came out again because it came out in one of the piles in my last reading too. So, as far as these energies for this full moon, I definitely can see how these two relate specifically, because with the overall intense emotions and energy that this moon is going to bring, I think that people could be feeling extra confident, almost to the point of cockiness. So just be aware of that, because confidence is a great thing, but if you're doing it too much and you end up being super cocky about it, you're going to end up receiving some negative feedback from people. And this also makes me feel like some of you may want to say things that you probably shouldn't, or say what's ever on your mind. And I think that that's overall not a bad thing. I think saying what you feel and being honest and open is really, really important. But because this is an overall heightened time of emotions, just be careful and think before you speak. As far as meditate and contemplate, I think this is like, hello, think before you speak. Meditate on any of your dreams or goals that you're trying to manifest, because the full moon is a really, really good time for manifestation. I talked about that a little bit earlier in the video. So if you guys are into that, I definitely feel like tomorrow would be a good time to just try it, because I think that there will be some good results out of it. And then as far as you're very close to achieving your goal, I think that this has a lot to do with energies coming up with the next full moon, like I said, because it is in Sagittarius and it's all about setting goals. So I think the importance of this message now is to start planning for your future. Start writing things down in a journal or a book or on your phone, just whatever mode of writing that you like to use. Just start writing and thinking about goals that you want to have for your future, so that come next month they can be achieved. I'm going to cut here again real quick so that I can pull some astrology cards and see what other energies are supporting. Okay, so I have the deck here. I am gonna try and shuffle it. This is a huge deck, so it's kind of hard to shuffle, but essentially I'm going to be asking about moon and astrology messages. What astrology energies will be supporting us over this full moon? What astrology energies will be supporting us over this full moon? Any other, oops, okay. Let's see if there's any other messages. All right, I got 3 messages. So firstly, we have lunar eclipse change. So for some of you watching this video, you are going to experience some dramatic changes happening in your life. So because this is a full moon and not a lunar eclipse happening, these are just some of the energies that are being supported. So I don't necessarily feel like there is going to be a huge change happening for you tomorrow, but it could be the start of some sort of changes happening in your life. So that could be a potential new job, it could be a new relationship, or the deepening of a relationship that you have. So change doesn't always have to mean negative or something new, it can mean the deepening of something that you already have. So that's kind of the energies I feel with that. And then we have the Capricorn I use. So you watching this could be a Capricorn, or you could have a Capricorn in your chart, or have somebody in your life that's a Capricorn that may influence you tomorrow or during this full moon cycle. So with the Capricorn card specifically, most of the time it means hard work and diligence. So you could be feeling you could be super productive during this full moon, and especially tomorrow feel like you have a lot of energy to get things done. This card is also telling you to focus on those objectives and to not kind of give up or focus on something else, because this is a time when focusing on your goals and getting things done is important. This card also can indicate like feeling ambitious about something. So I think that goes into play with the idea of the full moon, because emotions are amplified. You could be feeling super ambitious in romance or in work things or whatever it has to do with. But I think it also is a little bit of a warning that it's great to have ambitions and goals, but don't get too caught up into it and don't lose sight of what actually really matters. And then the last thing we have is the second house of owning. And with this card, everybody has a second house in their chart, but the zodiac sign that is in that house in particular in your chart is going to be different for mostly everybody. And what I like about these two cards together in particular is that this card really is the manifestation of like, you will own it. Whatever it is you are searching for or hoping for, like, you got this. You can see like the money coins and stuff on this card. So it can be talking about finances and how you handle them. So if you feel like you need to manage them better, this could be energy that's supporting you for this full moon. And don't make any big rash purchases. This typically is a really, really positive card and can say that like financially you will be rewarded as long as you stay on your path and remain diligent and stick with your goals. I think that's really important. This can also be a warning that if you come into a lot of money, there may be some people in your life that are like coming out of the woodwork. I think we all can relate to that at some point. If you get a big paycheck or like whatever it is, you find somebody like, hey, you want to lend me $5 or whatever it is. So just keep that in mind. I think overall these are the kinds of energies that are going to be supporting everybody during this full moon. So change, hard work and diligence, and owning it, as well as potentially some financial success. Just overall, be aware of the energies that you're putting out. Make sure that you think twice before you react and say things, and utilize all this extra energy and happiness to your benefit. And if this full moon is highlighting some negative emotions for you, just know that there is going to come a time potentially soon where changes are in order for you. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this general reading. These are definitely not as specific as some of the other ones I'll be doing, but I felt like I wanted to talk about this full moon because not a lot of people realize that sometimes that can affect our behaviors and our lives. I'm not talking about like full moons out and all of a sudden you're gonna turn into a werewolf, or there's gonna be murders on the loose. Like, no, that's not what it's about, but it does affect our energy, especially Scorpios and Tauruses watching this. So yeah, just be aware of that. I hope that some of this resonated with you. I am hoping to be back soon with a really cool video, like a specific yes or no question that you may have. So stay tuned for that. If you did like this video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it, subscribed to my channel, and shared it with anybody else that you think may benefit from. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.